Today we learned some of the DML also. I think we learned yesterday about the inserting. Now let's see how we can update the data, delete the data from a table. Okay. Updating of the data. So what happened yesterday, if you see these two names, we have a space before the name, right? So let's try to update it. That means let's try to correct this data because we don't have any spaces, right? So spaces should not be there. Let's try to remove these spaces. Okay. Extra spaces will be there. Let's try to remove it. How can I do that? Anyone know about it? So for that, which command we need to use? Do we need to use update, delete, alter? What command you need to use?
Update.
Okay. Why can't we use alter?
Alter is to modify the structure of the table, and its update is to modify the data.
Correct. So alter is to modify the structure. Here we are not modifying the structure. For example, if you are changing the data type of any column, that is modifying the structure of your table. Then you have to go for alter. Okay. Here you are working on the data. Whenever you are working on the data, you have to look at the commands from DML only. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Now what we do, update employees. Okay.
Last name.
Where first name. Okay. Equal to Anil. Okay. Then what do we write? Last name equal to same thing. We'll copy paste here. But what we will do, we'll just remove that space. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? Let me go ahead and write this statement. Now one row is updated. Let's go ahead and see the data. Now you see space was removed. That means data got updated. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, for example, we'll go here and now let's write for Akhil. Okay. Instead of rewriting everything, what you can do is you want to remove spaces in the last name, right? So you can use ltrim. That means on the left side, whatever the spaces are there, it will be removed. Okay. You can even use this command. So let's go ahead and run this command. 2 rows were updated because for Akhil we have 2 rows, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and run this command. So for Akhil, how many rows we have? Here, this is one record, this is one record, right? So it was, this space was removed before the ready, whatever the space is there earlier, that was removed. You got it? So this is one of the function that we can use. What it will do, it will remove how many spaces are there before the text. It will remove all of those spaces. Ltrim is nothing but trim the spaces which are there on the left side of your string. Okay. Any doubts? And can you guess if you have any other trim function? This is on the right, left side. If you want to remove the spaces on the right side, what should be the command? Or what should be the function that we need to use?
Rtrim.
Yes, correct. So ltrim will be there. In the same way, you can use rtrim so that it will remove the spaces on the right side of your string. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Any doubts here? So how many ways are there? Are different ways of updating the data. Okay. So this is the command that you need to use. First, you need to have update and you have to give the table name. Okay. So this is the syntax. So how the syntax is going? If you look at the syntax, okay. So now you learned how to write the command, right? So let's look at the syntax. Update, you have to write the table name. What we have written there, we have written the table name and then set whatever the columns you want to set here. You have to write here. And then if you want to apply on top of the whole table, you can just do this so that it will update all the data present in the table. If you want to filter out any data, then you have to use the where clause and then you have to give some condition here. Clear? Everybody got it how we are writing it? So if you see here, update, which one I have to update? I have to update employees table. In employees, what I need to update? Update last name equal to this. And do I need to do this for all the records? No, only do it for where first name equal to Anil. Okay, just go and think in a normal English way how you will do it, or normally how you are talking. In the same way you will be writing the SQL. Okay, so simple, right? So what I am trying to do for Anil, I have some spaces in the last name, so I have to update the, I have to remove those spaces for remove. So that means it's a kind of a correction. We are not deleting the entire data, it's a kind of correction. So we have to use update command. How can I use update? You are updating it. Which table you need to update? Just you are telling like update employees table and do something on the last name, do some corrections on the last name, and don't do it for everything, because if you just run this, it will do it for everything. Okay, and here write the condition. This is basically to filter out the data, so to select which records we need to update. Okay, clear? Any doubt so far? Anyone? Okay, now here what you need to do is you have to write commit. Otherwise the data won't be committed to your database in Oracle. Okay, you have to write the commit and you have to execute this. Okay, if you don't do this, what will happen? Whatever the changes you did so far, all of those things won't be saved to the database. Okay, now let's see. Now I'm just copying this. Okay, I'm just trying to close this. I'm not committing anything, right? I did not commit anything as of now. So I'm just closing it. Okay, now I'm reopening it. Okay, so come here. So this is another way of connecting to your database. Now what we do, let me just paste the commands and let me try to run this thing. Okay, I need to disconnect. Okay, I think it is, that session is already there. It is not disconnected. Let me disconnect. Okay, so it is asking you, right? Whenever you are trying to disconnect, do you want to commit the changes, whatever you did earlier? Okay, or you want to roll back the changes? I'm just saying like about the connection. Okay, you go ahead and refresh it. It is still in connected phase. Okay, I'm saying like disconnect, still it is saying this, and it should work. Okay, or else let's do something. Let's close it. Okay, again it is asking the same thing. Okay, yes, now let me open it. So if you don't commit it, those things won't be saved to your database, even though you are doing those things. Okay, because normally our server is on the same laptop, so it won't affect. But whenever you are working on any project, what will happen is on the same server, multiple people will be working in your organization. Okay, and same table can be referred by multiple people. So you will connect to that particular database from your laptop or from your desktop. Then you will try to make some changes. If you don't do the commit, other people who are working on the table or on the database won't be able to see the data unless you commit it. Okay, that is the importance of commit. Now see here, your spaces are still there like that one. Got it?
Yeah.
Clear? So what we need to do here, let me just go ahead and update it. Okay, because I did not give semicolon here. So just click here and then you can just run it, so that what it will do, from this semicolon till this semicolon, whatever the query is there, it will automatically select that query and it will run it. You can just select this and run it, or what you can do is just put a cursor here, then run it. Then it will understand like from here to here, whatever is there within the two semicolons, it has to execute the query. That's what it will understand. Okay, so one row is updated. Okay, let me go ahead and check the data. Right, it was updated, and now coming here, I'm updating it for Akhil. Again, 2 records were updated. Okay, now it is updated. Now let me go ahead and then commit it. Commit is completed. Now whoever is looking at the data as it is committed, they will be able to see from any machine or from any laptop. Clear so far, or any doubts? Just let me know. Are you clear with the concept? Or you are having some doubts? Okay, I did not understand this particular thing or that.
Do we need to perform commit every time like we update anything, or?
Yes, you have to commit every time. If you're not committing it, those won't get saved.
Okay.
So for each and every statement, you need not to do it. For example, you are writing 4 to 5 statements. And again, if you are writing commits, so all of those things will be committed. Okay, but it is better practice to commit the data whenever you are making some changes to your data. It should not be like, okay, for this window, I'll do some 10 updates and after that only I will commit. Okay, don't do that, because sometimes what will happen, out of those 10 updates, you want only 5 updates to stay there. So you can't roll back those things, or you can't even commit it. So what will happen in that case? You have to do the rework of it. So you have to roll back everything, or you have to re-update everything. So those kind of things will happen. So the best suggested way is to commit the data whenever you make changes to the data. Clear?
Yeah.
And Kavita, I think is this the first session for you?
No, I joined the demo session yesterday. I missed the class.
Okay, I think 2 classes were happening in between, I guess. On Friday also we have a class.
Yeah, I joined on Friday, so the installation and everything. So
Okay.
yeah, I have a question on that too. So I thought like, at the end of the class, I can ask. So do anyone have Mac machine? So I try to like, I'm not sure like you showed in like, Windows machine, right? So I didn't get a chance to download that.
What error you are getting in Mac machine? Did you download the software?
Yeah, I tried to, but like, the space, I don't have the space. So today I cleaned up my laptop. So now I got enough space. I have to retry that.
Yeah, just go in the normal way. I don't think it will be different. Okay.
Okay.
So any doubt so far on this session today?
Can we run all the code at a time? Because every time we can't run when we are updating the data. Every time we can't run a single line of code, right? So can we run a complete data? Can we run all the complete code?
So you want to run it like this?
Yeah. What if we?
It is updated, right? You got it. 1 row updated, 2 rows updated. You can do any number of queries you can select, you can run it. But if you're just putting the cursor and if you're clicking on run statement, only the statement whichever is available in between 2 colons, 2 semicolons, only that will get executed. And here you can't give multiple multiple statements. Okay, within 2 semicolons, you should give only 1 statement. You should not have, again, what I'm trying to say is you should not have like this. So it will fail because it will consider as a single command. But here we are giving two comments and asking system to run it. It won't work. So you have to give semicolon after each and every statement.
What if we have a select statement at the top for when we are running the
Anything work, no? Nothing will happen. Whatever the
Because-
statements are there, it will work. Okay. I think it
and the
is
updated data will come.
on top, it won't come. Below it will come. Okay. So how it will do is first it will run the select statement and then it will update the data. So you are looking at the data before updating it.
Okay.
Okay.
So it runs line by line. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So first it will run this. At the time, no updates were there. After that, updates are there. So you can't compare updated data with this data, whatever is available or whatever is showing in the result set for it. Any more doubts? So are you good with insert statement, update statement, and then create statement? Any doubts in the create statement that we have done yesterday? In these three commands, if you have any doubts, just let me know.
Yeah. Yesterday we were discussing about running multiple, updating multiple columns, right?
Not updating multiple columns, I guess, inserting multiple records.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that, I have mentioned one way yesterday, right? So that is the way, and that inserting and by putting comma after the data, it is not going to work in Oracle. It will work in SQL Server. Okay. Yesterday we have used that select time. Then what do you have? A union, all right?
Yeah.
Let me show that to you. I think you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how you have to write. Okay. This will not work because it is not supported here. It will be supported in this kind of way. It is supported in where it is supported. It is supported in your SQL server. And you can try in this way. So here you learned union on, right? So you want to union the data, combine the data from multiple tables, then you have to use this. And again, this from dual, if you are, because here you are hard coding everything, right? You are writing here, you are inserting the data, you are not getting it from anywhere. So at that time, you have to just give from dual. It's a syntax, okay? So from is mandatory for any select statement in Oracle. So here you have to give from dual if you are just hard coding the data like this. Basically, in from what we will give here?
Table name.
Yes. So whenever you are not getting the data from any table, but you are just outputting the data like this, you have to give dual. DUAL. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Any more doubts on these two? Otherwise, we can go on to delete. Now I want to, because now we have duplicate records for Akhil, right? If you see the data, we have two records for Akhil. So now you hear script output. That means whenever you are updating the data, it is show like one row updated or one row deleted, two rows inserted. All of those things will come under script output. Whatever the data you are selecting, that will be shown in query result. Okay. So here, if you see for Akhil, we can see two records, right? So I want to have only one record. So I want to remove this record. How can I do this? So based on you are like, now you know insert statement, update statement. Can you guess something how you can write delete statement? Anyone? Even if it is wrong, it's fine. Okay. Just go in a normal discussion where normal English way. Okay. That's how we did, right? You are updating, which you are updating employees. What thing you are updating? You are updating last name. For which record you want to update the last name? Wherever the first name is Akhil, there you want to update it. So in the same way, just write for this one as well, for the delete.
Delete from employees where first name is equal to Akhil.
Where first name equal to Akhil. So which record it will delete?
it will oh, there are like multiple records, and last name is equal to Reddy.
Okay. Last name is null. Let's write null. Okay, because for other record we have null. And it is not last name, it is middle name.
Yeah, middle name is not. It will delete the.
So it
should
will
delete
it will
record.
delete the data from employees wherever this condition is satisfied. Okay. So let me go ahead and run this statement. So what it is saying? One row is deleted. Now let me go ahead and then select the data from here. So that record got deleted, right? So I can't see that Akhil's data now here. Okay. What I need to do after that? Is it committed? No, right? So if it has to be committed, then I have to commit the data. Just execute this so that it will commit the data to your database. So this is how you can insert the data or update the data, or delete the data, or you can view the data from the database. Okay.
Sir, so when we commit it, then even we use the rollback, then you can get the record, right? So
yes, so it will get, so you will get back the record. Okay. So for example, let's do one thing. So what you're doing, you're deleting the Akhil's record, right? Now let me just go ahead and take the statement only, because for Akhil we have one more record. Okay. Now what will happen? Let's see. Now, do we have records with this condition satisfied? Do you have any record which satisfies this condition in the employees table?
No.
no,
So,
it's deleted. Yeah.
yes. Now I'll try to run this command. What will happen? Now you know the data is not there, but you are trying to delete it. What will happen?
Error.
Will it run, or will it feel like, okay, there is no data which is satisfying this condition, or will it execute fine?
I
Yeah,
guess
it
it
executes.
will show. It
It
executes.
executes, but it shows 0 rows.
Okay. Anyone say like it will fail because you don't have the data?
Yes, I guess it will show like there is no record of Akhil. Like that error. I guess we will get the error.
Okay. Any other things that you are thinking? Anything apart from these two? Like one answer we got, it will execute. Another one is saying like it will give error. And do you have any other answers apart? You are guessing, okay, something will happen here. Anyone? Kavita, Mamata, Samata?
Yeah, maybe it gets rolled back.
Rollback is different, okay? Commit and rollback both are similar category, right? These are coming under your control language, okay? Either you will commit or you will roll back. But I'm just talking about this statement only. I'll try to execute this. What will happen? Will it give error or will it delete the data from the table? And you know, like data is not there, okay? Data is not there in the table which is satisfying this condition. So will it execute successfully or will it give any error? Like data is not available. Okay, let's try to execute this command. Let's see what will happen. Okay. So what it is saying, like 0 records deleted. That means no data is there which is satisfying this condition. Okay, it won't give error because everything is correct, right? Your syntax is correct, you're not doing any mistake. So it won't give error. It's saying like, I don't have any records to delete with this condition. So 0 records is deleted. Okay. Clear? Any doubts? Anyone? Okay. Now what will happen? You want to look at the data? Just go here and look at the data. and I'll try to execute this command. What will happen?
One row deleted.
One row will be deleted. Why one row will be deleted?
First row call. First row first name is Akhil. That will be
Okay.
deleted.
That will be deleted because that record is satisfying this condition. Anyone else? Any other answers? Okay, now I'm going ahead and executing this. What is happened? One row is deleted. Now let me go ahead and select the data. Okay. Do you see Akhil's record here? No, right? Now somebody asking about rollback. Will it happen? Right? I'll do rollback. Okay. Now I don't have Akhil's record, right? I'm rolling it back. Okay. I'm again trying to view the data from the table. I got the Akhil's record, right? Clear? Any doubts? Anyone? Now you got to know about update, delete, commit, rollback. Any doubts on these four concepts?
No, so far good.
So far good, right?